Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming in this morning. I know life has been difficult around us here lately, but thank you for showing up today. Could we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Hess? Present. Ms. Polk?
Present.
Mr. Seroy? Present. Ms. Weber? Ms. Parker? Mr. Carrico? Mr. Featherling? Mr. Kirkstra? Present. Mr. Hunter? Present. Ms. Foster? Mr. Ashcraft? Mr. Alexander Hildebrand? Mr. Long?
Present.
We do have a quorum.
Thank you. We have a quorum. So Ms. Polk is on Zoom. We have no one else that we have to let in at this point. Thank you very much. All right, is there any public comment? Public comment? No public comment? Seeing none, we're going to move on to approval of the minutes. Has everybody read the minutes? Mr. Hunter, are you making a motion to approve? Mr. Featherling, second. That's a voice vote. Everybody in favor? Anybody opposed? Thank you. In the legislature, I don't see a direction here to do anything. Is there any legislative information that we need to have? All right, very good. First up of the presenters is Jason Shane for our information services. Jason? And he's number 3. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I know we got a long meeting, so I'll make it really quick. As of the storm with our department, we had very minimal effect. Some of our safeguards did get deployed, but we are up and going pretty quickly. To move on, the courthouse, we replaced a box. We're still continuing on working on that project. We have all the network boxes now completed. We also installed 6 new Wi-Fi units, 2 for the jury, 1 in 208, 1 in 209 in the circuit clerk's area, plus 2 additional in the basement. So the Wi-Fi deployment for the courthouse is now fully completed. Now we're just kind of fine tuning that part. So far, everyone at the courthouse likes the new Wi-Fi system, and we really have no issues as where it comes with that, knocking on wood. And we also got some of the new tech grant items from the courts tech grant that we are now in the middle of deploying at the moment. So far, 3 computers and a multimedia system has been deployed, and other than that, I don't have anything else. Oh, and I'm on budget.
Very good.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Shane. Was there any questions for him? Very good. Thank you. Moving on, and yes, this is a long meeting today. We have combined a couple of things. Next up is John from the Health Department. Need a motion to accept his report. Mr. Hunter, Mr. Seroy. All in favor?
Right.
Anybody opposed? Very good. John.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, it's been quite an eventful week, and will continue, as Mr. Seroy was saying, for many months, I'm sure, now on the backside for the recovery. So the health department in that regards was involved with the EOC, currently remains involved with the EOC. We also had some staff out the past few days at the MARC, the Multi-Agency Resource Center that they set up out there in Roma Park. The environmental health staff were providing water test kits for individuals that are on wells that were impacted by this, and we will continue to provide that service for individuals as, you know, water samples right now might not be at the top of their priority list and things and needs that they need, but as they start to think of those things, when power goes down ultimately and then it comes back up, it could draw contamination into those wells, which is why we recommend that the sampling be done. And we did reach an agreement with IDPH to help assist in taking those samples for free for those individuals. So we will continue to provide that service and that education as we move along. We're also encouraging people to who are within the cleanup and possibly may cut themselves, get injured or something on the backside of this, in regards to just making sure they're update with their tetanus shots, for example, so that they don't get infections in regards to that, and then just encouraging people to be careful, and then assisting wherever else we can. Recently, this past weekend, we had our third event in conjunction with the NAACP and Riverside Hospital in regards to mental health. We hosted at the health department. I believe it was well attended. I believe we had approximately between 10 and 15 individuals who participated in receiving that education and information in regards to that. A lot of good comments coming out of that in regards to what that provided for those individuals. Great presentation again, and we look forward to continuing those types of events in the future. We were scheduled to do another event on Sunday, actually, at the health department through a grant, our Carolyn Adams grant, which is a breast cancer awareness grant. It was going to be a painting event for cancer survivors. However, due to obviously the storm and activities that's been going on, we rescheduled that event for a later date. So it still will happen, and it will fall within the context of the deliverable that we're trying to accomplish. But just in lieu of what was going on, we were being sensitive to that. And so we pulled that back, and we'll reschedule that for another time. I did, Mr. Hunter, in regards to a comment you made last month, we were able, excuse me, to have a radio show where we did discuss the food fees. I put that in the report here in regards to trying to explain that for the public in that regard. And so otherwise, I'll entertain any questions.
Do you have any questions for John?
Really? You're not going to make it that
Today,
easy, are
really?
you? I mean, I
Today?
appreciate that, but
Yeah.
okay. All right. Thank
John,
you. I know you're
thank
busy.
you and your people. Mr.
Oh.
Kirkstra.
Oh, okay. I
Okay,
jinxed it.
Okay. Mr. Kirkstra.
Mr. Kirkstra.
Yeah, you mentioned the testing for our area that's been hit by this,
Yes.
been hit by the store of the wells and so on and so forth. Have we had any cases or anything so far that you know of anybody who's had any kind of contamination?
It's too.
Or
I
is it
am
too
not
early to
aware.
tell?
No, it's too early. None of those samples have. I believe if we mailed them, it's just within the last couple of days, and there's at least a 24-hour turnaround.
Yeah.
So we may start seeing. I believe that there were approximately no more than 5 requested on Monday. I think there was about an equal amount on Tuesday in terms of the kits that were handed out for those individuals. They have to be mailed, and then ultimately we would get the results back. I'll be able to report better on that next month to say if there was any. And what we're looking for, at least with these kits, is basically your bacterial. Nitrates is not going to be something that we typically would see as a result of a situation like this. However, we suggested that they also test for nitrates because that is a naturally occurring situation, and it can impact pregnant mothers, infants under 6 months of age. So it could be a situation that is existing even before the storm, and you would want to be aware of that, and we can provide that education if it gets tested and it's high. But not right now. No, it's too early.
And that includes the tetanus so far, because I understand as far as tetanus shots are concerned, especially when you're working in certain areas.
Right.
Okay.
I just anytime, when
Yeah.
if you get injured, then it's just like, how long has it been since I had my tetanus shot?
Right.
And then if it's been, and I can't even remember off the top of my head today, I'm sorry, in regards to like if it's 5 years, 10 years, but I think it's recommended that you do
Every
need
10
to
years.
renew those every so often, just to be careful. Oh, and one other thing I would say is, as a reminder, because I know we talked about this before, we do have a Board of Health meeting tomorrow night, Thursday night at the health department, and we sent that to Joanne in regards to our agenda, and we did include the address at it. We got that corrected. So and moving forward, we'll have that on there. So it's at the health department, 5 o'clock. I think they're pretty uneventful, but I don't know. You come and see.
Thank you, John.
Thank you,
All
John.
right, thank
and,
you.
And John, thank you for you and your people and the participation out at the EOC and the Resource Center and the hours that they're putting in out there at the EOC. It's quite something to see out there.
Thank you. And I just, if I could, I've been telling some friends, I told my wife, 39 years I've worked in the health department, 39 years we've been doing these trainings, and it's one thing to go in there for 2 hours and practice a tornado that hits your community. It's another thing to a week later and probably for a few more weeks continuing to be working in there. The people, all of the people with the agencies, many of them in this room here today, it's been a beautiful thing to see. Everyone's been great. And what we practice is actually what they're doing. And it's just been a great thing how this community does rally together in times like this.
Yes, thank you, John. We have a great history with Commonwealth Edison. When they brought the Exelon nuclear plant to us many years ago, it forced us to every other year to have exercises. And I would tell you in history, the EOC, a lot of that was provided by Commonwealth Edison to make sure that we were successful, and they help us practice that and been doing it now since about 1983. So proof in the pudding. We're doing well, and the EOC is a great asset. So thank you. Coming up is Dr. Patricia High with the schools. And as we go along, we'll talk more about what's going on out there, and sometime in the future we'll have like a rundown of how things went and what worked and what didn't work and that. But today we've got such an agenda, I want to really kind of stick to let's get through the agenda and get these things taken care of. But I'll bet Dr. Patricia has a few things to tell us about out there at the school.
I do. I'm going to start
It's
off.
all about you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm going to start off with a positive that happened earlier in March, so the first week of March. The Illinois Coalition of Educating At-Risk Youth, which is our ICRA conference. We did have one of our students selected as the Outstanding Student of the Year Award for Area 4. So in our SALT and RAC program, Connor is from our SALT program, and he has done tremendous work, and he was selected, so that was exciting. And we also had a staff member from our Attendance Assistance program be selected as their Area 4 Excellence in Education and Advocacy Award. So we were pretty excited. Like, we have not won those 2 awards in the past 5 years. So we were pretty pumped about that. But then let's go to the March 10th store. So what we're doing at the EOC, and I'll just kind of briefly summarize kind of how the schools play a factor. We had significant damage to not only our building, but various schools within that area. The significant damage is kind of costly, but it also, we have to focus on the students and the families. So we're talking with McKinney-Vento. Each school has a Google form, and they're collecting data for students that are displaced and trying to provide services for them and their families. So through our McKinney-Vento grant, we have kind of shifted some funds over to providing supplies and assistance for those families that have been displaced. On top of that, we also deployed our CAS team, our Crisis Assistance School Support Team, to Kankakee 111, Grace Baptist, MAC, and at our MARC, at the MARC, the Multi-Agency Resource Center, to kind of support families through mental health, and making sure that the kids have an outlet, because that was a scary situation for our students, and we want them to express what they were feeling and kind of work through that with some coping. Also, our schools, because of the fiscal situation with the buildings, will be involved in the IEMA's PA training that I know we're going to talk a little bit more about later during our meeting here. But they're hopefully going to be involved in how to complete the forms and show exactly what the cost is regarding the school's needs. I mean, we had windows, buses, roofs, I mean, activity vans, scoreboards, you name it, things were damaged. So we just want to make sure our schools are in a good place and that we're supporting them.
Any questions? Mr. Hunter, what number are you? 13?
13.
Yeah. Got a question, Doc. You mentioned that you're providing services for those kids who were impacted by the tornado. Could you specify and give me some illustrative examples? I know you talked about the mental health component, but what kind of concrete things do you do?
So McKinney-Vento is our students that are displaced, right? So they're students that have declared homelessness because or doubled up. And so we can provide, again, grants are very picky, right? So we're going to provide like 2 items of two outfits. We're going to have them go with their families to like Walmart with our McKinney-Vento liaison and get some supplies for the families. It's not very much money, but still it's going to hopefully impact families and help out where we can.
How much is the grant?
$4,000.
Oh.
Well, it's my life.
Mr. Serois?
I'd make a motion to approve her monthly report
Oh,
Thank you.
and ask a question. How many students were displaced? Do we have a number yet?
So we don't have a number from all schools because again, we have some schools that are we have some schools going back today. That's the other thing. But each district, I mean, they're working tirelessly, right, to get kids back because in school is where kids need to be. Like it's a safe space. And right now they're just collecting that data and then eventually, and I said possibly 2 weeks down the road is when we're going to actually get to help those families. Our McKinney-Vento liaison is going around to 111 because the elementaries are in session and talking to those kids and making sure that we're where we need to be. Also, IEMA provided some MiFis to one of our schools, which I appreciate. And like I said, when we were talking about busing, we just the community stepped up. I can't stress that enough.
Amazing. Miss Parker, is that a second I heard from you?
Yeah.
I was going to do that, but I just want to compliment, first of all, the county emergency team. If you didn't hear us cheer on Thursday morning at Bishop McNamara, I want to let you know that everyone is standing O for the county, getting out there and putting things together for especially District 5, which was hit very hard. And thanks again for the education support there. We're still evaluating, and as you know, we were hit hard there, and thinking of the families and the students, trying to get normalcy for the students as best we can right now. So thank you very much. And thank you, County, for everything that you have done. It's amazing. I was so proud.
Pretty amazing.
I was so proud that day to know that you were recognized, everybody on that team.
Thank you. Anybody else, a comment? Before I forget again, can we have a voice vote to accept Dr. High's report? All in favor? Yes. Any opposed? Thank you so much for everything that you've done, and we're gonna find an eventual time that that EOC is invaluable, and it has multi-facets. Look at that, might be an unsuspecting place that schools interjects, and look at the effect of that. So very good. So next up is Eric Peterson, Veterans Assistance. Come on up, please. Thank you. Tinker has got the second. All in favor? Any opposed? Get that out of the way. You betcha. Yep. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, everybody. So you can see our report. There aren't a whole lot of updates. Our renovations are still underway. Everything's going very well with that. Our new employee, James Elliott, actually just passed his basic benefits class, so he's on his way to becoming a veteran service officer. Very excited about that. Outside of that, Unless there are any other questions about the report, I did want to make sure that I took some time to thank a lot of the organizations that we have been partnering with over the past week to help provide relief to any of the veterans affected. As many here probably know, our victim from the disaster, Maurice Norrington, was also an Army veteran. Our office is working on burial benefits at this time. In addition to that, we in our office have been working around the clock to build and strengthen every relationship with every veteran service organization we can think of to provide all the assistance we can for displaced vets, veterans that need financial assistance, food, clothing, anything like that. So the organizations we've been working with very much over the past week: United Way, Illinois Department of Veteran Affairs, Salute Inc., Farm to Veteran, Operation Vet Success, Illinois Joining Forces, Congresswoman Kelly's office, Representative Haas's office, the Allen Lynch Foundation, Siller Foundation, A Soldier's Journey, Midwest Shelters for Homeless Veterans, and Heinz VA Hospital. We are doing everything we can to be a hub for any veteran, veteran spouse, or veteran widow that has been affected by this disaster. So I can't stress it enough. If you come across anybody that fits in that category, please send them our way, and we will make sure that they get taken care of. But other than that, unless anyone has any questions, that concludes my report today.
Any questions for Eric? Seeing none, thank you, Eric.
Thanks,
You're
everybody.
the right guy at the right time. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Next up, we have County Administrator Anita with her monthly update. Good morning.
Good morning. So this morning, in terms of a hiring report, there are currently 9 open positions. There were 7 in February. So we had several new openings. Let's see, of the 9 positions, 5 of them came in this month. So they're relatively new, a little bit of turnover, kind of that marries in with that. We had new hire orientation last month, and in February we did have 6 attendees, and we have a new hire orientation scheduled for tomorrow with 6 reservations. So we're seeing a little bit of movement in terms of new employees there, really just filling existing positions. We don't see new positions being added, we see filling positions that have existed, and so refilling those positions. Again, we had highway negotiations on March 3rd. We believe we have an agreement. It's not moved forward at all. We don't have a actual, it is in the union's hand now for a full approval. It's a tentative right now between the 2 sides. So the next steps are labor approves, and then it comes over to management. I'll bring it to this committee and have you approve. Hopefully we'll have that for next month. But as you can imagine, everybody's a little busy with other things right now. So our normal day-to-day things are somehow, they're on the set aside for right now. So the highway group is very busy. So that is on the list of things to do once things settle down a little bit here. We did get an update, a report from Blue Cross Blue Shield on our health insurance that was dated as of January 31st. So if you remember, when we renewed our health insurance last September, especially positive is the loss ratio. So at the point we were renewing, our claims expenses was 130%, 137% of the premiums we paid last year. Obviously, upside down by 30%. So Blue Cross paid out 30% more, 37% more than they collected in our health insurance, hence the changes in our health insurance. Well, as of the last well, as of right now, that's based on a loss ratio is the prior 12 months. So right now it's at 115%, down from 137% 6 months ago. But the last 6 months, since last August, we're at 90%. So the last 6 months has gone really well in terms of high cost claimants. You'll remember that's a big deal. There were 15 of them last year as we looked at renewal. So far this year's, this premium year, we have one, and it's at $57,000. So it's not one of those $1 million claims. So we got a healthy group this year. Things are ticking along. We just keep our fingers crossed that everyone stays healthy and safe, but that's where it is. So bottom line, it's a very good trend the last 6 months. We hope that continues. But again, we won't look at renewal for another 6 months or so. So we'll be anxious to see how that progresses.
Did you have a question, John?
Yeah. I'll wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's really good news, though. I'm excited about that.
It is good news.
If we have a really good year or they have a good year, have you ever seen the rates ever go down any? You've been here in this business. You've been in Iroquois County. You were here. Have you ever seen it go down like 2%? Because
I've done health insurance for 40 years
what I
and
mean.
haven't seen it go down.
Ever.
So
Never.
We'd be
say
happy
for
with
sure.
a small
Yeah.
percentage.
Yes,
You
right.
know.
Cost of living would
Yeah.
be great.
I'll remind you, the last couple of years have been pretty
Brutal.
ugly,
28% instead of 2.5%.
but we're
Right.
still providing really good health care for our employees. That's the important part to take away from that.
Yes, yes, it is good coverage.
And they get input in it too, so it's not like they get stuck with whatever you got.
What else do you have there, Anita?
Work comp and property liability. So tomorrow we have, twice a year we do a claims review with the attorneys at the health insurance, the executives at the health insurance company, and kind of go through where we're at and our estimates and how much they have in reserve for our open claims. So that should be interesting. So that review is tomorrow. I will say our health insurance or our liability insurance, my contacts there were emailing me Tuesday night around 10 o'clock at night, reaching out that quickly before they heard the sheriff on WGN and immediately reached out. So we have a good partner, really great partner with our insurance company, and started working on the claims right away on Wednesday. So thus far, we have really, the buildings went in under one major claim, a whole umbrella claim. And then the property damage, all the vehicles went in under a second that is as property, not as auto. So we have 30 vehicles with damage that I've submitted information on. And then, of course, let's see, highway, I've got 4 buildings, I think, 4 or 5 buildings, public health, sheriffs, and who else? Some at the courthouse, but damage at the courthouse. So getting that, the key thing right now, and Ted and I have talked about that, is remembering that there is a difference between we all want to see our buildings looking beautiful again, because we do think highly of those and remember who's paying for that. But we have to do it the right way, and we have to follow, because we want the insurance company to pay. We don't want to do it wrong, and then something in terms of payment, it falls on us because we didn't follow the right rules. So it's critical that we really partner with our insurance company as we go through this, and we remember this is why we have our insurance, and really I couldn't imagine a better company to deal with right now. Just fantastic. I will say the vice president and I tend to talk to quite a bit, has already alluded to the fact that this is big and this is what happens when rates have to be reevaluated. So the fact that he said that probably on Thursday or Friday when I talked to him, I'm like, okay, great. Next year. So maybe not health insurance, maybe we look at our liability and property, and it's always something. It's always something. So anyway, that's where that's all at. And I think that's all I have, unless someone has questions.
Any questions out there? I'm sure you'll have some eventually. We've got a great team going. Ted's working on the actual physical repairs. Anita's working on the language between us and the insurance company. All of the department heads obviously are helping us get to our goal, which is get back to normal someday soon.
Yeah. The relationships we build over time, this is when you see what it's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you, Anita. Okay, next up is Eric Blair. I need a motion to accept his report on file. Mr. Sirois, Ms. Parker, you're making it easy for me, you guys. Everybody who's read it, do you agree? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. Good morning, Eric. Okay, this one? Try it now.
Thank you, sir.
There we go. All right.
All right, folks. I'm gonna try to keep it as brief as possible. I didn't have a lot of my routine things to talk about, but obviously with the storm and things, I wanted to address that quickly. In the assessment realm, for 2026, really, I sent out an email a day or so after the storm and told the assessors, just be aware of property reductions that need to happen, value reductions that need to happen due to the storm, and that should be classified as demolition in their books. I know it's not voluntary demolition, but that's still how it's supposed to be treated. So 2026 is more about, in the assessment office, it's more about accounting for those value losses. And then when permits are issued for rebuild, that's when we would get back to assessing property and things like that, likely down the line in 2027. Just wanted to give an update quickly to the group about that. And if you have any questions when I'm finished, I'm happy to elaborate a little bit more, but I just want to make sure that I put that out there. Immediately after the storm stopped, my first thought was, how do I get my arms around that demolition part and the whole project from start to finish and what that might look like. So apart from that, I would tell you that we did receive the detailed sales list from the Department of Revenue. We reconciled that list with the department as far as what sales we believe should be in the study or out of the study. I have on my list that it's certified. I did this a week ago. I thought I would have it by now. I really expect to have it today or tomorrow. The Department of Revenue has been very, very quick on certifying things to me, so I thought I'd have it by now, but it should be here any day. The other part that's going on in our office right now, apart from just getting our routine exemption applications that need to be renewed every year, we also need to make sure that all 2025 exemptions are entered prior to the clerk moving to extension, which I believe is going to happen pretty soon now that the primary is over. So I did talk with my staff member, and we are up to date at this moment with all 2025 exemption applications in the system so that they can be calculated in with the tax rates. The other thing that I would say is, as we look ahead in the next month or two, one of my department's biggest functions is to, or most important things that sort of gets overlooked. It's our database feeds into the treasurer's office, so we need to make sure ownership is correct and mailing addresses are correct when tax bills go out, because when they create that file, they get that information from my department. So we want to make sure, and we do every year, that any deeds that are recorded in the recorder's office, we've accounted for those things up to a certain point. When the treasurer's office pushes the button, creates the file, and then of course 5 minutes later somebody records something in the recorder's office and it's kind of out of date, but at least we've got everything that's in the building and that we're aware of in the system, so that everything's going to the right place for tax bills. I just wanted to mention real quick, obviously, we have, I feel fortunate and grateful that our assessment cycle is in a really good place. So we can continue to just administer that, and then with the storm we have the extra responsibility, but I think we're in a good place to handle that. With that, I'll go ahead and open the floor to any questions.
Any questions out there? I think you can see that the storm has affected almost every county department, and you can see that our departments are stepping up. So thank you, Eric.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate
Very
it.
good.
One last thing. I will be out of town next month when we have this meeting. So usually what I like to do is provide you with a little bit of a letter so that you have some sort of update from my department even in my absence. So I will see you again in person in May.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Have a nice day, folks.
Next up is Mr. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, we can live with that. What do you have for us, Lori?
Triad asked me to speak.
Oh.
Their speaker failed this morning, so.
Okay, very good. Do we need a motion to approve to change Featherling and Hunter? All in favor? Any opposed? Very good. Lori, what do you have for us?
Anything on the report? No. The only thing I have for you is my office too is lending services to the residents out in Aroma Park. We've been getting some calls this week about, unfortunately, the devastation has taken away everything, and now they're needing proof of ownership for their homes. So we are providing a copy of their deeds to anyone that's reaching out to us at no charge.
Awesome.
At this point, I'm not going to ask for $1 or $4 from people who are dealing with thousands of dollars of loss. So we made that as a decision in our office, and I spoke with Nicole Smokovich with Community Foundation and Jessica from Jackie Haas's office because they're out there. I haven't had the time to set up a table to do that kind of service, so they're my arms of letting people know we will do whatever we can to help them through this as they need their information, because it's probably the last thing they're thinking of, but it's probably one of the more important things they're going to need. So we're there for them.
It's a new experience for us. We haven't had something on this scale for a long time, and so maybe not since '61 in Bourbonnais. So we're not sure of all the facets, but here's another one that kind of snuck in there. It's great that we're helping those people out. So
yep. So anything we can do, we are happy to.
Yep. Okay.
All
Very
right.
good. Any questions, Mr. Hunter, and number 13?
Thank you very much, Chairman. Madam Recorder, I saw you one day come out of the 189 and you were looking to find somebody, I don't know if it's a scam or what, but can you report on any fraud or scam activities?
It was, there's fraud all the time. Actually, that's the topic I'm speaking about at Triad today. Unfortunately, no. One of my title searchers, we have some regulars that are in our office daily, experienced, unfortunately, somebody approaching her, and it was the second time, asking for money, asking for food, and very uncomfortable. And, this is the middle of the day. She had came back into the office to let us know. So, of course, me, not thinking, I'm going to go out there and find them. So, but I didn't. But I've been approached too. So, you know, what do you do? But my title searchers in the office are like an extension of my office family. So I care about them and want to make sure they're safe when they're coming here and leaving.
I was just really pleased that you were bird dogging.
I was like a little hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might not have been as pleasant as I should have been with you at the time, but pleasantries were second.
But I saw your mission.
Yeah, I had a mission.
All right. Anything else?
No, I'm only 5'2½", but there's a lot behind me sometimes.
Very good.
Yeah.
So we voted to move her up in this meeting. We need to first Featherling, second Hunter. All in favor of accepting the report? Any nays? Very good.
Okay. Thank
Next
you.
up, Mr. Hendrickson. He has a report for us as well. A first and a second, Mr. Surois and Ms. Parker. All in favor? Any opposed? Good morning.
Everybody.
Good morning.
What's new?
Everything, apparently.
Election's not over for another 13 days. Late arriving mail ballots can still be counted, so we will not declare a winner until the 31st at the earliest. So.
Okay.
Did we approve the report?
Yes, we did.
Life is good. Okay. Just a little bit of information for you. We also were impacted by the storm. Journey Church was one of our polling places, and when we heard about its devastation on the 11th, we reached out to Village President Brian Stump, and he said we could use Village Hall as a polling place. So on the 11th, when we knew that Journey Church wasn't going to be usable, that was probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock that morning. Reached out to Village President, got a hold of him, secured that location. We sent out notices to all of the voters in that precinct. So we sent out 800 notices. Those all got out in the mail by 3 o'clock that afternoon. So big props to my staff for getting all of that taken care of. Speaking of my staff, since March 2nd, we've only been closed to the public one day. So we've worked about 160 hours during that time. Yeah. On election day, in addition to taking all of the phone calls and from judges, from voters, all of that, we were open for voting. We had 232 people come in yesterday to vote, which would made us the third largest polling place in the county yesterday. So while turnout wasn't exactly what we were hoping for, we were a little bit over 15%. One of the smaller midterm primaries, the people that got to participate participated, and we're thankful for their participation. But I just can't say enough about my staff. I am very, very thankful for them. So if anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to answer them to the best of my ability.
Any questions?
Have fun, y'all.
Okay, get some rest. I know it's been a couple of weeks here.
Gonna try.
Okay. Next up, we have Tinker Parker reporting on the AWAC update. Are you going to do it from back there? You can if you like. Come on down, yeah. She has a report on file. I need a first and a second. Mr. Surois? Oh, okay, it's just an update. My bad. Thank you.
That's okay.
What's going on over at the...
Puppies and kitties?
Yes.
Actually, we canceled our meeting Wednesday because of the storm, but we were going to go over our first draft of our proposal for the database for animal abusers. So we're going to be going through that. I'll leave a copy with our chairman and our co-chairman. So thank you very much. And the community has been, of course, hit very hard out in District 5. A lot of pets have been lost, and the families trying to find them. And our shelter community and especially our animal control has been very busy finding those lost animals, having them tested, to see if they're chipped, to see who owns them, and then to find homes for them, because a lot of our families out there are living in a hotel or with other family and cannot take their pets with them. So if you are interested in fostering a dog or a cat, that would be awesomely great. But right now, we're just doing our best to get those families with their pet, so they're very upset. And that's all I have today. So we're going to be busy doing that, finishing the draft and getting that up to Mr. Coughlin, and then getting it passed countywide and hopefully statewide.
Okay,
So,
very good.
Thank you very
Tinker.
much.
Next up, I have a bunch of appointments and reappointments. I'm going to have Eric come up and read those to you. This is the time of year when a lot of the fire departments are doing their trustee reappointments and stuff, so. Eric is what number over there?
2.
2?
Yeah. I was going to defer to County Clerk Henderson, but he snuck out quick, so.
Oh, yeah, he got out of here, didn't he?
He's good at this.
He's probably tired. I'm thinking.
All right, so we have reappointment of Alice Argelin to the Bourbonnais Fire Protection District, reappointment of Paul Grisalik to the Bourbonnais Fire Protection District, reappointment of Christine Kirchner to the Essex Township Fire Protection District, reappointment of William Perkins to the Mantino Fire Protection District, reappointment of Joey Baud to the Greater Moments Fire Protection District, reappointment of Troy Kaufman to the Limestone Township Fire Protection District, reappointment of Susan Mosier to the Pilot Township Fire Protection District, reappointment of John Skosma to the St. Anne Fire Protection District, reappointment of David Hinderlitter to the Metro Board, the reappointment of Steve Cody to the Board of Review, reappointment of Willie Ames to the Zoning Board of Appeals, the appointment of James White II to the Otto Township Fire Protection District, the appointment of Chad Hansen to the Minnie Creek Drainage District, and the appointment of Michael O'Brien to the Will Kankakee Regional Development Authority.
Very good. So I need a motion to combine and approve that. Mr. Hunter, second by Mr. Featherling. All in favor? Any opposed? Very good. And next up, we have a reading of the openings. Go ahead.
One opening on the Farmland Assessment Review Committee, one opening on the Regional Planning Commission, 6 openings on the Board of Examiners and Appeals, one opening on the Historic Preservation Commission, one opening on the Board of Health for a county board member, 3 openings on the Board of Health, one opening on the Convention and Visitors Bureau, one opening on the Kankakee River Valley Forest Preserve District, one opening on the University of Illinois Extension for a county board member, one opening on the BM Lewis Drainage District, one opening on the Clawson Park Drainage District, one opening on the Mantino Drainage District number 3, and one opening on the Moments and Yellowhead Drainage District number 1.
Very good. And these are just for the record, those openings exist. And just take a second to thank those people that serve on all of these boards that we appoint. Many of them are not paid, and the ones that are paid are not paid very much for all of their work, and especially the fire service and just all of the drainage districts. I mean, that's not great work, and people volunteer to do that and do a great job. So we appreciate what they do. So next up, is that good, Eric? Yep. All right, very good. Other business, highway, a motion to open bids. Greg, come on up here. I think I have 2 packets for you. Is that what we do next? I've never done this before, so I'm not. Thanks for your assistance, by the way. I should have called you and had you come sit up here. Yeah, you kind of know that job, so. Right.
Open the bids.
I need a motion to open those bids. Did we do that yet? Mr. Hunter, Mr. Featherling, I'll get you next time. And do we need to have that vote? Yep. Okay, all in favor? Any opposed? Okay, Greg, it's kind of about you right now.
All right, good morning, everybody. The first bidding is for county and various townships, cover and seal coat. We have one bid from Grasso Construction. We have a bid bond attached. Bear with me, there's gonna be a lot of townships here. This is for the entire county, all the townships within.
This was in your packet.
Separate. I gave everybody a separate one.
You should be able to see that. Okay.
Keep going.
Yep, keep going.
All right, the first township is Essex Township. Total bid price is $78,404.70. Next up is Janier Township.
The amount?
$78,404.70, and that was for Essex Township. Okay.
So it's confusing because you're in page 3, I think. So not the first couple of pages. 78,404.70, I think is what he said. For Grasso.
All of these bid prices were from Grasso. They submitted them all in one package.
Janier.
Okay, Janier. Total bid price $91,219.00. Nick, want to give you time to write. Next up, Kankakee County.
Okay. The
For
first sheet.
For our work.
First sheet.
Total bid price $891,369.01. They have an alternate bid for aggregate base repair in the amount of $52,650. Next is Limestone Township.
It's about 4 pages in. 5.
Total bid price $111,711.60.
Amazing.
Next, Mantino Township. Total bid price $147,938.88. Momence Township. Total bid price $170,576.80, 80. Norton Township. Total Total bid price, $106,377.35.
35.
Otto Township. Otto. Total bid price, $46,637.45. Pilot Township. Total bid price, $357,408.30. Rockville Township. Total bid price, $189,658.00. Salina Township. Total bid price, $77,571.75. St. Anne Township. Total bid price, $79,576.42. Sumner Township. Total bid price, $192,940.00. Yellowhead Township. Total bid price, $165,876.20. $165,876.20. And that is it.
Very good. Okay.
I didn't have them submitted. I'm not sure if they were included or not.
Go ahead, Roger.
Doing some quick math, some of these are over 10% above. What are we gonna?
We'll take these back and confer with the townships and see whether first thing we do is check the math. Then we'll check with the townships to see if they're okay with that or not.
Okay. And I'll make a motion to accept the bids, the lowest, most responsible bids for each township and county.
Okay, and second would be Tinker. And do we have to vote individual on that? Roll call? Yeah, we have that other packet, right?
Right here.
Okay.
We
need to
approve them all at once.
Are they for the same thing? I assume they are.
Different. No, this is for a different item. So this was the only bid for a seal coat in the county.
Okay. Okay. Say it again. Okay. Is it our pleasure to wait and combine and vote on both? Okay. You made the first, Hunter second. All in favor? Yes.
Okay, the second bid opening we have is for Norton and Pilot Township. For aggregate bases and surfaces.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Looks like it.
All right. This bid is from Toby's Construction. Bid bonds attached. Apprenticeship certificates included. Total bid price for this item is $437.50. And that's the only bid I have for this item.
Okay. All right. So in the past, we've told you to take them home, evaluate them, make sure their bonds and everything is included, and that you're going to visit with.
We'll confer with the township and get their approval on these, and especially if they go over, like Roger said, over 10%. It's their money, but so they have to be good with okaying this too.
Okay. At that point, I have a question. If it's over 10% and they approve later, do we have to come back and say yes or no?
I just think it's a matter of if the township says yes or no. Do they want to go ahead with the price? If no, then they probably will have to rebid it.
Okay. So we're back to highest responsible bidder.
Lowest.
Lowest. Sorry. Darn. Thought I'd get that pass. Grasso's needed a raise this year. Highest responsible, lowest bidder. Lowest responsible bidder. Vetted by you. First and second. Voice vote, please. Or Featherling and Hunter. Vote.
Mr. Hess?
Aye.
Ms. Polk?
Aye.
Mr. Seroy? Ms. Parker? Mr. Featherling? Mr. Kirkstra?
Aye.
Mr. Hunter? Mr. Long?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right. What else do you have for us?
Next up, I have a whole list of pay estimates. Usually we combine and improve these if you've had a chance to look at them.
Mr. Featherling, Mr. Seroy's, first and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Did anybody have any questions on any of them? These are bills we're paying here.
Very close.
Pay the bills.
Very close. Paying the bills. All right. We need a roll call.
Mr. Hess?
Aye.
Ms. Polk?
Aye.
Mr. Seroy? Ms. Parker? Mr. Featherling? Mr. Kirkstra?
Aye.
Mr. Hunter? Mr. Long?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay. And I see a resolution authorizing the county board chairman to sign a road use and buyout agreement with Illinois General LLC. I think we need an explanation there.
Should I read the whole resolution?
Maybe just
Usually.
the gist of it.
That's up to you. I can read all day long.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Explain.
Yes. It should be in your packet if you haven't read it already. So.
Okay. Then I'll skip to the Cliff Notes. I'm sure many of you have heard of Heritage Prairie Wind Farm, going out in the southwest side of the county. I became aware that they were coming to town somewhere in June of 2023. So this has been a long process, coming to an agreement. As part of their work, they're installing 69 turbines throughout our county. Each one needs an access road. Each one needs access to our roadways. So as part of that, we've negotiated a road use agreement with Illinois Generation. Three, I guess, I'm really sticking to Cliff Notes because this is things like 80 pages long, and if you can read it at home. But what it does for us is provide security for in case the roads get damaged. We're expecting that, so we have to be covered for it because once the wind farm's gone, we can't ask for them to fix the roads. So we're receiving financial settlement up front. So when these roads do eventually go bad, we'll have the money to fix them, courtesy of Illinois Generation, and it's only fair. They use the roads, they put the traffic on it, so we've come to agreement for them to fix it. And the buyout agreement consists of 3 components. One of them, which is the buyout payment, which is actually the road repair portion to rebuild the roads, and that, if you look at page 4 of the agreement, it comes up to like $8.143 million. We got 5 roads listed there, and that's the total to rebuild those. The second component is a permit fee for each of the turbines. There's 69 of them at $15,000 a piece. The total's $1,035,000. The money we'll receive as part of the construction that's going to go on and the work involved. The last part of the agreement, financially wise, is a annual administrative fee for each mile of road we have. They're paying $5,000 a mile per year that the wind farm is in operation. The amount increases by 2.5% every year, kind of cover us for inflation. So over a 30-year estimated life of the project, that total, just for that payment alone, comes out to a neighborhood of $3.2 million. So all told, all 3 added together, this agreement is for $12,416,574 to help ensure that our roads end up in no worse condition than they are right now.
Is that money in escrow?
Let's hang on a second. Let's start with Featherling. He had his hand up first.
Does that include culverts that they get smashed, all the culverts at the end, digging them out and replacing them, or just bending them back up?
The amount we came up with for the buyout payment includes any kind of damage they would.
Period.
Culverts, roadway,
stop signs, all that stuff.
Yeah, and in addition, during the
stuff ripped down like you wouldn't believe.
During the course of the project, they're also responsible for, like, say if they wreck something, well, they have to fix it. That would be on them to do. Once the project is done, then that's where the administrative fee comes in, the $5,000 per mile. But
well, if you got the money up front, then if they smash one, a lot of times they don't fix them; they just smash them. They don't tell anybody, and then you get the flood problem.
That's why we have 80 pages of agreement here, because it's to cover all those bases.
You're going to be able to cover that during the project, and if they do it, you can dig it out and replace it as the project's going on instead of waiting until they're done. That's basically what you're saying now.
Yeah, in fact, as part of the Essex road use agreement we did for the substation they're building up there, there was a culvert that went bad. Well, they came in, they replaced the culvert, and went back to work. So
this is based upon our experience in the past and others, I'm sure.
I heard all upstairs. I remember.
Yep.
Or downstairs.
Mr. Hunter had a question.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Who reviewed that 80-page document from administration, or the state's attorney's office?
We had a special counsel appointed way back in 2023, Meyer Capel. They deal with wind farms all day long.
Okay.
So we had that approved by Jim Rowe, and the county board approved to use them. So they were a big part of the negotiating. They were the middleman between Illinois Generation and myself. In fact, if you have any real detailed questions, I'm going to throw Jeffrey Nemeth under the bus. He's in the back in the peanut gallery. He's with Repsol, who's like a partner to Illinois Generation. So he was the guy that I dealt with a lot getting to this end stage of this agreement. If it gets too detailed, I'm sure he knows any answers that I don't.
Mr. Sears?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Were these wind farms already approved in your other committee? You know, this is the first time.
This is considered, we're going to be approved at the Highway Committee Thursday, but that got canceled, so here I am.
Okay, yeah, all right. I'm not in favor of any wind farms in Kankakee County, so I will be voting no. And I know this is revenue that would go to the county. I don't think we can stop it, but I can, in good conscience, have wind farms in Kankakee County. And I know it's probably just my vote, but I'm glad we didn't have them last week. You know, would imagine them flying around.
Tinker?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am going to agree with Todd. Do the residents of that area realize that this is coming into their neighborhood, first of all? And second of all, I get a million phone calls from people complaining about already the solar farms taking up so much farmland. And yeah, there's nothing that I can go out there to do to stop it, but I'm worried about those residents who may not be aware of this wind farm coming in. And I think they need to be notified, because this, with those winds, like Todd said, it could be a danger.
So without a lot of commentary about that, I think what we have to focus on here is this allows us to recoup damages that may happen to our roads, and that's what today is about. What number is he? Thank you. Go ahead.
All right. It's not on.
It's on.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Is that working?
Yeah,
Okay.
you just have to get close to that one.
As part of the building permit process, every adjoining property owner had to be notified by certified mail. So everyone in the area should know about it. Okay.
Legal notification, public hearing,
Hang on a second.
There is no public hearing.
hang on, I thought there was some kind of.
Wait. Let's do it in order. Number 10, Mr. Hunter, go first.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, Mr. Sirois, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Skimmerhorn, did they go to the PZ or ZBA or no?
No.
This is the first in front of the board?
Refresh their memory
Just
about the
road
change in
use agreement
statute.
that you guys are talking about.
Right.
That's just one component, and that's only required for wind farms, not solar or anything else. There was a time when we first started doing wind farms and solar that they were required to have a special use permit by our ordinance. The last rendition, which was in 2023, I believe it was, of the state legislation, took away that requirement. So now they are a permitted use anywhere we allow agriculture or industrial. So our A1 and I1 and I2 districts, they are allowed as a permitted use, which means they only need a building permit and the other requirements as met by the state statute. Now, when we made that change, there was some talk amongst the county board about how will people know about this. So we went, the statute didn't allow for any notifications, but we went to our building code and we wrote language that any project valued at more than $2 million must notify all surrounding property owners, because we could not single out wind and solar. So if you're building a factory, you still have to notify all surrounding property owners. If you're building a grain elevator that's worth more than $2 million, you've got to notify all your surrounding property owners. It penalizes some, but at least people would be notified. Now, let's move up to the current. Back in November, the state tweaked the legislation yet again. In fact, PZA yesterday, we heard the changes to our ordinance then. Solar and wind is still an allowed use in those districts. Now they're adding battery storage to that as well, and we cannot, there is nothing to deny. Okay.
Okay. So Tinker, you have another question. You're number 15, is that correct?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. When were the notices sent out? In '23 or just recently? Because
when they
people
have-
forget.
They have to send them out within 15 days of applying for the building permit.
So it
I
was-
don't remember the exact date
But it
that
was
they
23?
applied. No, no.
No, recently.
That's when our ordinance changed.
Okay.
That required the notices.
So,
So whenever they applied for the building permit, and I think that was January for this one, might have been December.
okay.
Those notices all went out.
Very good. Thank you, Delbert, for the clarification. Just to reiterate, today is about a contract for us to be able to repair our roads. It's not to debate whether we should or shouldn't have those items in our county, okay? That is not our decision. Today is about us having the ability to recover any damages and to be paid for our work repairing roads. Okay? Okay, are you number 16? Yes?
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and not to have an argument. So we don't have a choice in allowing this? Is that what you're saying?
I think this agreement covers us for damages. That's what it does.
Okay.
It doesn't, it's not whether they can or cannot. It's not a statement as to how we feel about that. It is a statement about us recovering any damages
I
and the use of
understand.
those roadways. So, yep, it protects us. And it's for a signature on a contract that outlines what we can receive for damages and for the use of our roadways. So, I have a question. Does it also cover the township's roads as well?
Only county roads. The
Only county
townships
roads.
are negotiating their own. At one point, we were all together, but they are more leaning towards a direction of rebuilding their roads unless they agree to a buyout agreement of their own.
Okay, all right. So everybody understand the issue? Okay, we're gonna fix our, correct. So I need a motion and a second. Mr. Kirkstra, Mr. Hunter, it is a roll call because it is an agreement about money, so if you please.
Yes. Mr. Hess?
Aye.
Ms. Polk?
Aye.
Mr. Seroy?
Nay.
Ms. Parker? Mr. Featherling? Mr. Kirkstra?
Aye.
Mr. Hunter? Mr. Long?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion carries. Thank you. I understand your concern, but this is about protecting our roads and really doesn't have anything to say about the other. Thank you.
I want to protect.
What else do we have here from you?
We have a resolution authorizing the current county board chairman to sign a jurisdictional transfer agreement for East 12,000 North Road, County Highway 16 or County Line Road, to Will County by Kankakee County under the Illinois Highway Code. Now,
John. For a minute.
Okay.
Mr. Suarez.
I'll make that motion. They can
Second,
have it.
Mr. Hunter. We definitely need an explanation here. It's kind of a new thought here, so go ahead.
well, it all started with us trying to get all our bridges fixed, and we had a couple in that stretch that needed replacement.
And where is it?
On County Line Road, 12,000 North, east of Illinois Route 50. So we own 4.27 miles of that road, and the rest of County Line Road is owned by Will County. So I asked that a long time ago, a year ago, I asked Will County, hey, do you want to take over the road? And they said, no, we'll trade you something else, but we don't usually take roads. Well, in the meantime, I had started a bridge design contract for the two bridges because we can't let them get bad and then decide to start designing them. So we were partially into the design project for both bridges, and they called me back and said, you know what? I talked to my county highway committee there, and they're willing to take over the road, including the bridges, because they're planning on doing a study of the whole portion of County Line Road. And they'd rather have the whole road to do the study on, do the work, rather than us have a piece, they have a piece. It's a lot of coordination. It would make their life easier if they had the whole road. So, great. On the downside, I guess, if there is one, is when we give away a road, well, nobody takes a road for nothing. They're going to need money to maintain that road as if we were going to do it ourselves. So what they agreed to was the price to rebuild the 2 bridges in that stretch of road. They did not ask for another cent. Usually you ask for the price of rebuilding the entire pavement, 4.3 miles. They didn't ask. They just wanted the bridges rebuilt, not to their standard, but what it would cost if we had done that ourselves. So that dollar amount for the 2 bridges came out to $1.84 million. And so that's why I'm here now, is we have a chance to give away 4.3 miles. It's going to cost money from our bridge fund, but we have it. And we would have had to spend money to repair those bridges anyway, or replace them, actually.
And some of that's covered by money that comes from?
It's our county bridge fund, so we have not a problem with our balance there. And again, we're paying it for yearly installments, so it's not like it's going to hit us all at once. We're buying it on time with 0 interest.
So this, Roger, go ahead.
Thank you, Chairman. Greg, were you guys plowing this 4.2 miles too?
I'm sorry?
Were you plowing this?
No problem.
Yes, we did everything. We maintained, we fixed the bridges, put up the signs. That would all go away with this agreement. We would not even have a reason to be on that road anymore.
Aye.
All right. We need a motion and a second.
Got it.
We already had that, right? Okay, so it's a roll call vote. Everybody understands the issue. We're giving away a roadway and a few dollars for that to be repaired up there. It's all in the effort to fix that North County line area, the roundabout at Route 50, to save our people and to move traffic along. And yep, very good. So roll call vote, please.
Mr. Hess?
Aye.
Ms. Polk?
Aye.
Mr. Seroy?
Aye.
Ms. Parker? Aye. Mr. Featherling? Aye. Mr. Kirkstra?
Aye.
Mr. Hunter? Mr. Long?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion carries. Very good. Anything else you have for us?
I have nothing, but answers the questions if there are any.
I have something. So this guy has been busy since last Tuesday, and his crew, and participating in the EOC, and pretty much have been doing a lot of debris removal. Can you comment about that?
Well, first of all, I don't want to take a lot of credit for this. I have an assistant county engineer named Lucas Stroud, and he's been the guy who's taken the bull by the horns, and he's run with it. I know from the very first day that we got the call, hey, the center's getting started up, I said, well, okay, I'm getting in the car. I'm going down there from my house. And he said, you know what? I'll take care of this. And I haven't had to look back. He's been on the phone. He's been at the emergency operations center daily. He's been there. I think he stayed overnight the first night. And he's staying late, dealing with all the people that are in that room. He's got a nickname now. They call him Highway Guy. Because I don't guess they forgot his name, but he has done a lot of coordinating with all the agencies, and he's got us where we are right now. And I just wanted to say special thanks to Mike O'Connor, our maintenance foreman, who's had to deal with our people, trying to keep them get work done, yet keep them rested. The latest curveballs in the last few days is we've been cleaning up debris, but then it's been snowing out too. So we'd have to pick one or the other. Well, we're splitting between the two. Thank God we have enough volunteer help to help us out with the debris removal, but same thing there. They have to plow their roads before they can come down and help us. So Mother Nature's not cooperating even after the storm.
Mr. Hunter, number 13.
Can I speak to that?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
You haven't made your quote.
Okay. Got a question.
Welcome back, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Eric, or somebody, Craig, who's pulling all these numbers together for reimbursement?
So I'm going to let Eric talk about that a little bit, because that's good. Okay, let's do that. Let's get deeper into it when we get to new business. So.
Oh, okay, fine. I just
Okay,
wanted to know.
Todd, did you have something else?
No, I was just going to tell Greg that I appreciate that his crew and for the record, what other counties have sent volunteers down here to help us?
So far, first one out of the gate was Will County. They win the I don't know what you call it, the award for first one to volunteer. Now we've had Livingston, Grundy, and boy, Iroquois. I'm hoping I'm not missing anyone. Most other than that, it's been villages and townships helping us out.
So at the fire department, we call it Mavis, and the cops call it Ilias. What do you call your group?
I'm not sure what we call it. We had an organization come down during the first day. They were called IPMAN, IPWMAN. They're our Illinois Public Works Municipal Aid Network, and they helped us with the coordination because they do that a lot more often than we do. And they helped me and Lucas with the fine points.
Okay, very good. You can see it takes a huge effort to make these things happen, and there's so many people involved and so many units of government that are involved. So we appreciate everybody. Lucas, the highway guy, I think maybe we'll get him a little shirt that says highway guy or something. I don't know. So,
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
he is, absolutely. All right, moving on. Old business. Any old business that needs to be talked about? All right, we're going to move on right to new business. Ted, I wished we'd have moved you up sooner. You want to come up here and talk for just a minute? We're at an hour and a half right now. I hope to be out of here in the next 10 or 15 minutes for everybody. So,
Good morning. I just got a little informal view that we're going to put some pictures on the screen and maybe a little video. I just want you to see what the damage was at some of the buildings. We have investigated. We are moving forward on keeping the infrastructure dried in as much as possible. We will know more. You'll get more of what actually has been going on as far as like I've already been with the adjuster last Thursday. He was out promptly. We visited all the buildings, did a discovery, viewed, and now I am getting all the estimates and everything sent to him so that we can start moving forward on some of the work. Now, the emergency part of it was drying it in and getting it stable, and we're still working on that a little bit at a time. Weather's hit us a little bit. I just want you to be aware of some of the stuff so that it'll stop maybe some of the questions before I can get answers to you. That's the 189 building here. That's the hail damage on my coils. That's at JCDC. That's some of the windows there. That's the glass of the sheriff's department. That is the hail damage on the stucco. There were about 4-inch circles. It came down pretty heavy out there. A lot of that came in at about a 45-degree angle, yeah. That is the garage doors out there. You can see how deep them went into those steel doors. This is the roof. This one is blowing. So we end up having to put sandbags on this roof to keep it from coming off the top of the public safety building. The black patches is between my guys and Langlois Roofing, who did an awesome job of getting some guys out there last Friday. They said there was probably over 10,000 penetrations on that roof. Now you see white little puckers. They didn't penetrate the roof. They were just bubbles, but they are damaged and they will continue to. So this roof is what we're going to call a complete tear off. But I just want to show you how much damage there was. Them black patches, this is just one small portion of that jail. I bet we patched over 2,500 patches between my guys and Langlois. 26 skylights broke out. My guys were up there the night of the storm till 11 o'clock at night. I give them kudos for coming in and helping out. We had to evaluate for the first 2 hours to see where we were at. And then we started getting up on the roof and start patching all these things with shower curtains and duct tape to get it secured for the night and continue on. We'll work forward on all this damage. I just wanted to give you a brief glimpse of what happened out there. That was our worst hit area. Any questions?
Roger?
Thank you, Chairman. Ted, was the sandbags, did we have enough on
Yes.
hand and everything?
Correct. We did. I asked Becky from EOC if we could borrow those, and she said absolutely. Just keep a track count for her. They want to keep so many on hand for the upcoming flooding areas. I told her, well, you're down to a certain amount, so they'll probably start making some more sandbags. We borrowed that public safety roof with the black rubber roof. We put 90 sandbags up there. We also put another 60 on the Jerome Combs Detention Center to keep one section of that from blowing.
That goes to show you when you have something and you store it, it's there for a purpose.
We have a machine that helps us make the sandbags out
Yes.
there, and we stock the sandbags in the building out there. How did the coroner's office, how did that do out there with the metal roof?
Metal roof was damaged, no penetrations. Of course, it's being steel roof, but it looked like those garage doors. It did break some glass at the coroner's office also. So the buildings that really got affected, I'll just do it briefly because this meeting's getting way out of hand on time. So pretty much all our buildings were affected in one way or the other. Of course, Jerome Combs, public safety, morgue was what you've seen mostly there. The courthouse had some broken windows. We also think that the dome has damage to the dome. We're going to get a better look at that here, hopefully in the next week or so. Annex and old jail didn't really touch anything. I think the old jail protected the annex coming out of the west wind. But that roof survived. That's a brand new roof. So that one survived really well. Here at the 189 building, we had some damage to the coils. There's a piece of metal on the front that loosened up. Other than that, these roofs subsided and held out. ICANN schools, all their roofs got damaged. That new roof is got probably 1,000 holes in it. So it has to be replaced. The integrity is gone. Their rear part is metal. It's an older metal, but it penetrated in a few spots. Their shed got damaged. It blew some siding off the wall. They had to push back in. So that one got a good hit too. Jerome Combs, most of the siding on the side of the jail and the morgue is steel siding. It's all damaged. It all has to be replaced. I was on the roof at the health department. There was 2 contractors there that was drying it in to save the integrity from underneath. They were using, their hail was smaller than what our hail was out of the jail. They were actually putting about quarter-size caulk bubbles on it. When I was there that day, they were marking each one by a circle and a number. They were already at 488 on the count on that small building of penetrations. Animal control made it through with nothing other than some broken glass on vehicles. Greg, we still got to get out there and just do some discovery. We know that we found more damage, and honestly, we're going to witness something more here in the next week or two once we really get into some warmer weather and really look deeper. I've been on all these roofs. I was at the jail Saturday, Sunday again, just to make sure that when we got hit with the rain, that we weren't leaking that many patches. We were actually down to 5 leaks in the jail and about 4 leaks in the public safety. That is not bad for a roof that took that much damage.
So it's safe to say this is going to be a process. It's going to take many months to recover. It's going to take cooperation amongst departments. It's going to take a lot of time from Ted, who is also helping us with the courthouse renovation. Sorry, Ted. Your summer's over.
That's okay.
So, I just got to. I can't say enough about our employees.
I'll catch my suntan on the roof.
There you go. I can't say enough about our employees. They stepped up. They came in. They worked endless hours. They're still working endless hours. It's a group effort. Just can't say enough about the people that work for us. This is why we worry about what their health care is, and this is why we try to pay them as much as we can afford to. And these are the times that we need to say thank you. So,
And my meeting for my buildings and grounds meeting was canceled due to the storm. We did not reschedule it. It wasn't that important. So if you want to know more on what the trend of invoices coming in and quotes and damage, I'll have a better perspective and a little more of what we've just shown you here, so we can see what we're coming up with. And if you're not on my committee and you want to show up and hear the rest of it, I'd be more than willing to let you have that information at that time.
Might give them a day or two to catch up before you do that. So, thank you, Ted. Anything else you want to add?
No, I'm good.
Very
thank
good. I'm sorry it's taken so long to get to you today.
all right.
I know you're busy. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right. Last but not least, I'm going to have Eric cover a couple of things. Tinker, did you have something? Okay. Eric, it's your turn.
Okay.
Number 2, you're on. I
Two,
think.
yep. So part of the storm recovery process includes this public assessment survey. This is critical in our long-term recovery. We're trying to encourage anybody that had any storm-related damage, wherever you live at in Kankakee County, to please scan this QR code, go to the website, and complete this survey. The information gathered there is critical as we work to seek federal funding to potentially help us with the recovery process. If you lived in Bradley and you had hail damage, please fill this out. If you lived in Aroma Park and had a tree fall, fill it out. All of that means something to us long term. So please do that. We can get you copies of this if you have a church group, if you're in a community organization, anything like that. Please disseminate this information. It is pinned to the Kankakee County website, kankakeecountyil.gov. It is on the Sheriff's Department Facebook. I am running Facebook ads on the County Board Facebook page as well, just trying to disseminate this to as many people as we possibly can. Number 2 on the list is we're also urging people to be cautious as they are getting phone calls. When I was with Craig this morning, I got 2 phone calls in 5 minutes, people trying to replace my roof. Make sure you are using only a registered contractor for that. The planning department has been great in updating their contractor listing daily. That's updated daily on our website as well. It is pinned on the front page again. Delbert and I worked on a press release this morning that will be going out with some additional information on that and permitting going forward as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Because, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to say this. You know, I came home and there were 4 door hangers on my doorknob, the front door, and you had people up and down the street, out of area, 708, people from out of state as well too, taking advantage of the seniors, just people in general. I know tomorrow at 6 o'clock at the Pioneer Park, the city's going to have some people there, do's and don'ts, scammers and all that stuff. So thank you very much, because that's so important.
That is going to be our next challenge. The people who sign contract with unscrupulous people trying to get you into a contract, and whatever happens next.
Yeah, I had a guy there. He looked like he was like a teenager. Oh, we're working on roofs around here, sir, and we've talked to your neighbor. Bullshit. He hadn't talked to my neighbor at all. But I'm glad to hear you say that, Eric.
If you live in the city of Kankakee, the Village of Bourbonnais, municipality, most of them registered them. They should have some sort of ID.
And they haven't done
You can
it.
ask to see that. If they haven't done it, don't sign a contract. Don't give them any money. If you live in the unincorporated area, check the website, see if the vendor is listed on there as an approved vendor to do that work.
Let's go to Tinker next.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just wanted to remind everybody about that on the front page of the list of all the contractors that are licensed in our county. I had somebody come Sunday, and I think it was the first time I growled like a German Shepherd to get him out of my house, reminding him the sheriff does not want scammers in this community. But if you have a social media page, please share that site so people know about it. I talked to several people yesterday. they didn't know. So we need to get that information out to our community before they pick up one of those scammers, because they're smooth talkers, let me tell you. You know?
I want to go back to the flyer that he has. So it's very important to get that damage reported. So right now we've made the county declaration of a disaster. That goes to the state of Illinois, and they have to also declare a disaster, and then they pass it on to the Fed. The money that for recovery comes the opposite way. It has to come from the Fed to the state and to us. Right now, we do not have that state declaration, so we're trying to put together the data to support. I'll use Hunter's phrasing here. It's all about the data that's going to show that we have a large-scale disaster. We have more than 35 homes that are totally in ruin. I think there's another 75 that are uninhabitable or they're gone. But we know that there's damage all the way from Limestone all the way through Aroma Park. So it's important to reach out to those people, Limestone, Bradley, Bourbonnais, Kankakee, and so on, to get that damage reported so that number is an accurate report. So another little thing I want to just say, Anita and Eric and others, especially Ted, are doing a really good job of gathering up the data. Eric's been working on the FEMA reporting system so that if we do get that we can file that as quickly as possible. So I know a lot of that process is done. And lastly, okay, two more things. Go ahead.
Debris removal, for those of you, again, please share this information if you live in one of those districts. Debris removal started today in Aroma and Aroma Township only. Everything that you want to be removed needs to be placed into the right-of-way in 4 separate categories. Again, all those instructions are on the website, social media pages for residents to follow. The final debris removal will begin on March 30th, which is 2 weeks, or was 2 weeks from this past Monday. Again, only in Aroma and Aroma Township, so please share that information with people. Hopefully the weather gets a little bit better so that people have a little bit more of an opportunity to get things in order for that process. Finally, as Vice Chairman Long just stated, the public assistance portion of this is going to be extraordinarily complex, but however, kind of alludes to Mr. Hunter's question about the financial side of it. The sheriff asked if I would be willing to assist with that, and at the direction of the chairman, I was told to do that. So we are working with IEMA and FEMA to get everything coordinated. We sent out initial communication last Thursday to all of our departments and to all the mayors on how to begin tracking expenditures and what qualifies and what doesn't qualify. Those are rolling in. I've got a pretty hefty stack already to start sifting through. We'll be going through all of that to track it all, to try to come up with a true cost. Obviously, like Anita mentioned, we want all of the county expenses as much as possible to go through insurance if possible. But obviously, man hours, things like that are not insurance related, we need to know what that cost is. So we'll be working on this for months to come. Our fire departments have been great. I've had contact with their associations, the police departments. Dr. High has been tremendous. We're having a training tomorrow at KCC at 10:30 with all the schools to go through all of this information with the schools to help them learn about what they need to do. Obviously, District 111 has significant expenditures in terms of rerouting buses and things of that nature, as does the St. Anna Aroma Park area. Then at 1:30 tomorrow, we are meeting with government agencies at KCC, so libraries, townships, municipalities, anybody that's incurred expenses, we are encouraging them to attend to learn more about what they need to do. As of right now, we're doing a lot of work for nothing, but the goal through all of this is to get something so that we can get ourselves reimbursed. So, thank you for all your help. I think
let's get the word out.
You saw the theme today. It's been a whole of county approach, and that is 100% accurate. Everybody has been involved. The coordination has been great. Craig had mentioned yesterday we need to do like a video montage when all this is done. I've got a lot of pictures and a lot of videos, so we can certainly do that at some point, just to kind of recap the behind the scenes stuff that most people don't see and don't think about.
So probably too soon to do anything in April like that. We're not going to be that far down the road at that point, but May or June we're going to do that and make sure that credit is given where credit is due. I need to end this. It's an hour and 45 minutes. It's time to go. I just need to say thank you. One of the outstanding players here has been Mayor Curtis. He sent his public works down to Aroma Park and has been invaluable. Our highway department, our building department, Ted, Becky Powell, the coordinator for our emergency management, been living there, giving up all of her own time. Obviously, it's her job, and she does it very well. She's a gem. You know, I can't say enough good things about her. Mike Downey obviously represents us well. A lot of conversation with the news media, with Mayor Curtis and Mike and Mike Downey and Becky and so on. So I just want to make sure they're appreciated, that you know that they're working really hard, and I think they represent us really well. If you've seen us on the 2, 5, 7, and 9s, I think we are represented well, and we're doing a good job. I'm telling you, we're doing a good job of taking care of our people, and that's our job.
Chairman, let me say this. I sent this to you and Eric. Grant assistance up to $500 is available for full-time Illinois residents affected by the recent natural disaster area in Kankakee County. I sent that to you. Share that with all your folks.
Okay, very good. The other thing what's the name of the church down there where they're doing the resource center?
Grace.
Well, it was Grace, they moved it.
Our Redeemer is the shelter currently. They're housing those who are without housing. But I would also give kudos to the YMCA, who's allowing us to transport them daily there to shower and use the facilities there. So
yeah,
it's a whole county approach.
Yeah, there's the churches jumped in there. The resource center, they've got all kinds of people down there where the victims can go and find out about insurance and where they can get assistance and all of that stuff. All those people are volunteers. They're doing it for just because, and we are appreciative of that. I need a motion to convene here, Roger, and I'm sorry? You bet. Mr. Felling, thank you very much. All in favor?
All right.